Where is the 2.2 version website bit? Okay, so we have quite the roster for version 2.2. We have Miss Robin, we are gonna have Mr. Boothill. Why do I call them Miss and Mr.? We have Robin, Boothill, Topaz and Numby, and Fu Xuan to choose from. I'm losing my mind. Yesterday I was thinking and I was like, you know, I think we're due for a Topaz and Fu Xuan rerun, so I wonder who it's gonna be. Both. Do you know how much money I have for these two? None. And so who should you be prioritizing for version 2.2? Well, I'm here to tell you. Welcome to my... I hope you can't hear it when I speak. I'm wearing my Invisalign because I got slapped on the wrist by the Invisalign people because I don't think she's a hygienist. So I don't think that's her title. I don't know. Miss Robin. Welcome to my... Wow! With her technique, she's going to create a dimension where enemies are going to follow her, but they're not going to attack, so that's interesting. And when she enters battle from that dimension, she's going to gain additional energy, so neat, we like that. With her skill, she's going to enhance the damage done by the entire team, so this is a little bit reminiscent of Ron May. We enjoyed that. And I wanted to look here. So what I'm thinking here, I feel like the counter we're seeing here is probably for the amount of her turns. So a little bit like Ron May. Thank you. I think the counter we're seeing here is for 3 turns, so when her turn starts, she's going to lose a stack of that, and at the end of 3 turns, she needs to hit her skill again to buff everyone. So that's very practical, because then that makes a skill point positive character. This means everyone is going to be buffed at once, so this is great for teams where you have more than 1 DPS. The other thing is, with her talent, when other people attack and they are buffed, she will regain energy, so this is really great. I don't really have another way to word it for you. This is actually really great. And with her ultimate, you probably know this by now, because I think we've all seen the video on our trending page of of her ultimate song. She has a whole song, it plays the entire time her ultimate is active. I think that's nuts, and I love that. Not that I've ever paid attention to leaks, I would actually never do that. I don't like vegetables. During this ultimate, she is immune to crowd control debuffs, so that's really cool. Because I'm assuming they have to do that because it would like cancel her ultimate, and we don't want that. And so with her ultimate as well, everyone on the team is going to take action immediately, so kind of epic. So great. I think she's going to be a great buffing character. She's going to be a great harmony. My initial feeling here is that, of course, we're going to have to see more in detail. Maybe in, if I had to guess, in the upcoming week, probably with early access videos coming out, I'm assuming. But we're going to have to see to know like how great her buffs are. But I think if you already have Ron May, you could maybe skip this unless you really, really want her. If you don't have Ron May, then Robin is definitely worth your consideration if you're looking for a buffing character. So Boothill, he's honestly low-key, I think because he's single target they have to make him the hunt, but also he's a Galaxy Ranger, so I guess, but low-key they could have made him a destruction character, I think, because with his skill he's going to start a duel with a single target, and the target is going to get more damage from him, but he's also going to get more damage from that target. So I'm really curious to see how this turns out. And a little bit wary as well. The other thing about his skill is when he defeats a target that he had started a duel with, he is going to gain stacks of little shooty pow pow, as you can see at the bottom there. I don't know what it's called, so I'm gonna call it bullet stacks or something. And these stacks are going to empower his ultimate. But also I do want to go back to, he taunts the enemy. So they said he taunts the enemy, which enhances his basic attack. So I wonder if this means... See, you saw the taunting animation. So I think the enemy can only attack him at that moment. Unsure. Also, with his technique, he's going to inflict physical weakness to the enemy when using his skill for the first time in the battle. So that's also very interesting. We can see that this... Oh my god, you see it for half a second, but it shows that it's going to inflict physical if he uses his skill, and then he does, so it inflicts it. He's going to be a cool character. Of course, he's hot and he's sexy, so if you want to pull for him for that, that's really great. I don't know if it's like transpiring the way I'm talking. I feel very mid about him. He's a hunt character. That's really cool. Like, I'm not in my Hunt era anymore, personally. I'm just not that crazy about him right now. I don't think he's gonna be like a must pull. You know, we just got Acheron, who like broke everything. Not every DPS is going to break the entire game, and that's fine, but they're not supposed to. Some characters are simple enough where you don't have to make the entire team around them only. You can kind of just slot them in and use them and add a type to your team, so that's fun, and he sounds like a character that's very that to me. I would be a little careful, unless you're like really a fan of his design, then go for it and make it work, but I would be a little careful about the whole like whoever he starts a duel with is going to deal more damage to him shenanigan. I'm excited to see what the people who will have early access will have to say about that. But yeah, I think he's going to be an okay DPS. I'm a lot more hyped and confident about Robin right now, so if I had to say, if you want a new character, I think Robin is going to be a safer bet here. But we also have reruns to address. I'm not happy about this because I kind of hoped that they would not rerun together, because I want Topaz because I lost the 50-50 to Beidou, and I want Fu Xuan's Lycone, and I don't have the funds for both of those, and I'm still trying to get Aventurine, so you know. But talking about Aventurine, if you just pulled for Aventurine and you don't have Fu Xuan, I don't think that you need to worry about getting her. Fu Xuan is a great preservation character. She's also going to heal your allies, but she heals them kind of because she has to, because with her kits, the allies are still going to take damage, just way less. But she has to heal them at some point or else they're inevitably gonna die. But with Aventurine, there's a chance they just won't take damage, and so that's why he doesn't heal, and they're both great preservation characters. If you haven't pulled for Aventurine yet because you wanted to see who would be coming up and what their kits would be like and who the reruns would be, I would say make the decision between Aventurine and Fu Xuan based on, do you have a follow-up attack oriented team? And if so, Aventurine might be a better choice. Is it his talent? He gains like the stacks of like blind bet. I think it's blind bet. He gains stacks of that when an ally does a follow-up attack, so ka-ching. If you need a mono quantum team, if you're someone who uses Silver Wolf a lot, you need a quantum preservation, then Fu Xuan can be great. Otherwise, I feel like I don't want to say they're equivalent because they're not the same, but I feel like in terms of value, they're both just really great. And also, if you're watching this after the Aventurine banner is already over and you don't have Aventurine, especially if you don't have Japard at all, I would really, really recommend Fu Xuan. Like, she's just a quality of life character. And when it comes to Topaz, should you say for Boothill? Should you go for Topaz? Which Hunt DPS is going to be better? I'm about to repeat the exact same thing. Of course, if there's one of them you like a lot because of the design of the character, go for them. As always, this is about fun first. So if I had to choose between her and Boothill, obviously I don't know everything about Boothill right now. I would choose Topaz. I don't know, I kind of just like her a lot. And if you have Ratio, statistically you probably do. It's a great team. If you have Aventurine, even better team. But even if you don't really like Ratio, like she's a great fire DPS, I don't know how else to sell her to you. Basically, I don't know what's up with Boothill. The taking more damage from the target part of his kit really bugs me, so we'll see how bad or great that is. Robin, I think, is going to be a great character. Her ultimate is very different from one Mei's, a singular Mei. Her ultimate is very different from Ron Mei's, but I think her skill, function-wise, quite similar, boosting everyone on the team for 3 turns. Very practical, very skill point efficient, and if you don't have Ron Mei, Robin will be a great option, I think. For the reruns, Topaz, a great fire DPS. If you have a follow-up attack team, she's going to be even greater, but honestly, even on her own, I think she's great. And for Miss Fu Xuan, if you have the time to choose between pulling for Aventurine or waiting for Fu Xuan's rerun, again, I think Aventurine is going to be better for follow-up attack teams so that he can gain blind bet. If you really need a quantum preservation, for example, maybe for a mono quantum team, Fu Xuan is going to be great, but other than that, I think both characters are as good. They function differently, but they can both protect the team on their own because they're just that good, according to me. Yeah, that's kind of it. Those are my thoughts. I'm really excited to see, and I think everyone wants to see this, with Robin's ultimate and with Acheron's ultimate. Do you just hear the sound of the void? And in the background it's like, I want to do this new thing where there's no outro. I want the outro to just be